Oh Jesus, this about to be a bigger. Let's go. An enigma, alien, unicorn, truly a sight to see. She goes by Vanquish, but you can call her Queen V. And no, she's not vain. Why, that's insane. Ha, she is very humble. We were the pack, no bumble. Jack of all trades, slumber. One day you'll make a little hummer. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Taganda, bellissima. Simma. That custom code's whore. Queen the jungle. True lioness. Cutest sniper. If you guys haven't noticed, I smile a lot. People say I laugh buku too. They call me giggles. I don't know if it was the massive amounts of physical abuse directed at my brain, falling off a tall person's shoulder onto concrete at a very young age, or falling back off a 2-story railing I was trying to slide down. But I can relate to the Joker being an accidentious and all. It could have even been a lack of care people closest to me had for my feelings that made me repress them. Maybe it's even the fact that I lost my whole world / best friend at a young age, and through several attempts / wishes throughout the years, have still failed to succeed at committing suicide. My motto is, life shouldn't be taken so seriously. It's a satire. Like Kevin Hart said, you gotta laugh at your own pain. And no, I repeat, I am not on any medication, and I can't stand drinking rubbing alcohol. Insert laugh track. I am a very sweet and loving person, but it brings drama and malice. I'm like a light switch to everything. On or off, no in between. Black or white, no gray areas. I'm huge on loyalty and reciprocity. I can tell when someone's faking the funk and moving quarterly. I become Danny Phantom or Casper the Friendly Ghost real quick. I don't hate a lot of things, but I hate my time or energy being wasted. I got 4 modes: cheerfully charismatic, resting boss beach face, crybaby, and blackout. No one should willingly push me to blackout. You can't reverse that explosion. It's a lot of pent up anger in that bomb. I smile when I'm happy, sad, or mad. I cry when I'm happy, sad, or mad. I mean, if I hear a sad story, or watch a heartfelt movie, or get peed off just enough, the tears come rolling down uncontrollably. I can talk about my trauma with a huge smile on my face, but hearing others hurt my heart, or what's left of it. I adore my peace. It's long awaited. I try to spread that and joy everywhere I go. I have been ridiculed all my life and to this day for it. Just because you are a genuinely happy human being, you gotta be dumb or own something. Only kids understand me. I know it's shocking, right? They're just so honest and adventurous. After everything I've been through, shouldn't I feel how the majority of the world feel? Angry and resentful? So many people from my past wanted to force me to feel that way. Like a punching bag at a world-renowned gym. Everybody trying to take their frustrations out on me. So now I have to be cold, stern, and serious to not be F with. Trust I'm not going to stop smiling. I'm just going to show my teeth to the ones that deserve it. I've also learned that you're less threatening and more approachable when you smile, especially when you're of a minority. To quote another genius, sometimes you have to fool the fool that thinks they are fooling you. I mean, I can stoop to people's level, or I can rise above and kill them with kindness. Oh, Jesus! I am blunt and sarcastic, a downright cynic. I didn't ask to be in this cruel world, and I gotta do hell to survive? Best believe I'm gonna see the humor in it. So, how do I deal with pain, you might ask? First off, I'm finding a door to the bug. Second, I tattoo my tears. My art is meaningful and tell my life story, even way before I had a voice. Everyone, big or small, has a deeper meaning, and it's so relaxing. Yet, I kind of numb myself to the feeling of pain. I have 25. I try to match my age. Got my first one when I was 19 in 2017 to cover up some really visible stretch marks that made tank tops not work for me. Well, it got addictive 6 years later. Never say never, kids. I visualize before I get them. They all flow together perfectly. This one is from Jumanji, when Kevin Hart gave that speech about being on his last life. This one is the Wonder Woman symbol because, of course, strong, independent woman, like, duh, it's me. These are just some really foreign flowers that flow perfectly with this one. I love this one. It's like a permanent henna tattoo. It actually didn't hurt, and he used like this special needle. And I'm just like watching him this whole time. But you see how the hearts are up here with the broken heart right here. I love this one too. Then we have Hopeless Romantic. But this one down here has like petals connected to the flower, so that's how that flows. This one is new. I got this on my birthday a couple months ago. Scorpio with a knife, because you know swords are truth. La La Land with the Disney symbol, because the Disney movies have so much meaning, like deep meanings. And then like I'm just always in my own world. See, I was speaking of my own world. I literally got my world tatted on me. And then you see I only got the watercolor because I am a water sign. And then this was one of the first ones my mom named. But these two was the first ones, the two roses to cover up the stretch marks. I later got them colored. And then this one, despite the contrary, is the day my mom died tatted on me. Like, some tattoos I would never get is a dude's name or a date. But I do have my mom's death date. That's the only date I would get on me. And my mom's name. That's the only name I would get on me. And then this is actually the vase, and this is the flowers. And it's basically like, water me. Like, to get to this, you gotta get to up here. And that's where my brain is. But it actually connects to my foot tattoo. And that's why I have my face down there with another scorpion tattoo in a constellation. But that is the missing head to this tattoo with the flowers. This one is just a compass, but instead of northwest, south, east, we have AQLC. And that's in representation because my Uncle LC, that was my homie, that was my dog. Like, that's my only, like, I don't boogie with a lot of my family members. All the ones I boogie with, they in heaven. But he was my road dog. I also gotta get my nephew tatted, Pierre. That was my other baby. He was the real McCoy. I gotta get him tatted too. But the AQ stands for Auntie Queashy, because him and his wife used to call me that, but it also stands for Auntie Queet, because that was my mama, and that's what everybody called her. You know, she was the mother of the hood and stuff. So this one I got with a group of girls, but I didn't get it for the group. I got it because I liked it what it meant. Because, like, I'm a weirdo, like, and I'm gonna stay weird, like, ain't nothing gonna change that. So it was also a group tattoo, but I got it because I'm just a person with good vibes. Like, I was the only person with the group that had good vibes, so I was the only one that really meant to have this tattoo. With a little heart, but it's a little cute, simple, you know, a little da-da-da. A unicorn on my ribs because, like, rare breed, I'm a unicorn. And then I got two more, like, if you can't see them, obviously they private tattoos. And it's like, I'm like Razor, but not for the same reason. Like, it ain't about no other dude. It's like for my future husband. Only he get to see these tattoos, you know, so they're private. This one, it wraps around my whole leg, and it's like the Ouroboros symbol, like how the snake wraps around and eats itself. But I see it as my enemies. They are snakes, right? Snakes in the grass, you gotta keep it cut. But what I make them do is, you know, eat themselves. They're gonna eat their own words coming from me, you know. But it also represents the, you know, people when they get married, I think it's a garter when they get married and they have it on their leg, and then somebody got to bite it off and make it go down their leg. You know, it's not as high. You know, it was falling, but you get the point. So I got 3 tattoos with my face, like one on my back, this one on my foot. They all is my face of different aesthetics. This one is Day of the Dead. Like, she has on a mask, and you see it has a teardrop, and then there's this gun, and it's going off. Describe this one in simple terms. It's like when I cut somebody off, they become dead to me. And, you know, I'm a very lighthearted person, but when I do this, I have to become my shadow side. So, or my dark side, or the mean version of myself. So, that's why she has on this mask, you know. And that's why she got the teardrop, you know, because they did to me. You're dead. This one is obviously me. I'm the phoenix, you know, and I rose from the ashes. Same shirt. That's from Chris Revy. Half brain dead, but still dead. As is this one. And it basically means time and beauty doesn't last forever. And it's me with my big curly hair going into an hourglass with the rose that's going into the hourglass because it's also disappearing. And then this one is connected to it. It is from the movie Split. And it says, the broken are the more evolved. You know, it's a period to end that sentence, but the tattoo man put 3 dots. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it continues, I don't know. Maybe it's not the end, you know, maybe. Despite the 3 dots, you know, favorite actor, Anya Taylor-Joy. One of my favorite actors, you know, is Morgan Freeman, Dan Kaluuya, Anya Taylor-Joy. But he was about to kill my favorite actor in the movie Split. But he saw she had all the marks and beatings on her back, and it's like she was already broken. So he couldn't really break her because she was already evolved. You know, if that makes sense. If not, it go over some people's head. Moko Athleisure at its finest. Baby, you better shop. Baby, you better shop. Tragedy, like ancient Greek mythologies. Hooted and jeered at by men, ostracized by women. A fate that equals loneliness because unbeknownst to you, everyone is insecure. I relate so much with Milena, a beautiful woman who kept her head down and minded her business. She became the talk of the town based on slander and lies. The amount of married men who overstep their bounds with women, single or not, is beyond me, and they still don't even take any blame. No one helped her when she was raped or jumped on and beaten by the women. The amount of women that have tried to fight me over looks is insane. Like, it's truly scary. You can die. Even if you don't see it, people view you as ethereally perfect, and admiration becomes hatred. Men will become predators real quick if a woman utters the word no. Especially when they feel they were nice to you or done a kind act. What privilege is there really to being pretty? I now have to purposely wear my prescription glasses to look or sound smart. Seriously. People automatically assume I'm a stripper, prostitute, or have OnlyFans. I don't even have a social presence. I hate being gawked at. I have that self-deprecating charm to where I can be the center of attention. Yet alone, no one gets me. Try this on as an icebreaker for a date or trying to make a friend. Hi, I'm autistic. Responses include, I couldn't tell, I knew something was wrong, or you're too pretty. Winners are the idiots that think it's a learning disability. Bimbo with boobs, yet I graduated college. Make that make sense. This truly is my safe space. Though I didn't always look this way. I wouldn't call myself ugly. It just took longer for me to grow into my looks. I aged like fine wine. Take that, naysayers. I wouldn't say the grass is greener on either side with society afoot. Once my reality sunk in after the death of my beloved mother, I really let myself go. 10th grade, I gave up completely after discovering Tiffany Roth workouts in 9th grade, hopeful for the future. By 11th grade, I was back en route for my escape plan. I knew my body or mindset wouldn't cut it. I had to take a risk. On the old school phone I secretly had for music, homework, overall sanity, connected to any open Wi-Fi nearby, I discovered a fitness boutique selling the now infamous waist trainer. It was everything I needed. I was willing to die for it. I had no money, then boom, an empty wallet with $100 bill inside was just laying around. I was skeptical but desperate. I didn't want to question God. Found the address and bus route. Very, very risque on the other side of town. The journey there was seamless despite multiple buses. It was the ride back that haunted me. The lady was nice and I looked like $1,000,000. Ha ha. She marked the bill and even put it to the sky. I make it back. She's blowing up my text now number like counterfeit. Police. I panicked, so I turned off my phone, changed my number, and laid low. On the short read-a-ride back to the final bus, Troublemaker's friend says hi. I wave and move on. She later asked me out to TM, who rats on me to my guardian, saying I was going to meet a boy. Shorty spaz beating me. I crouch, only giving my back. The belt was no match for the waist trainer. Of course I wore it out. That's why she snitched. I look too good. They would let her fight and not even be friends anymore. The waist trainer was made of latex with metal wiring. I wore that trainer 6 or 7 days a week, sometimes slept in it. No lie, it rearranged my insides. I bruised my whole right rib cage. They said beauty is pain. Man, was it itchy. My back skin used to peel like crazy. It burned. I rode that gravy train until the wheels fell off. Consistent wear and tear. It lasted a year. Oh yeah, it came with booty lifter boy shorts. I would wear tummy control belts, cinchers, and undies until I lost a lot of weight in 2019. In 21, I gained happy freedom weight. In 22, I gained a lot of cheekage. In 23, I lost my tummy and gained a lot of hips. New goal, body achieved. My weight loss journey doesn't end there. The summer of 2015, before senior year, was my chance to become the swan. Yes, I was doing my bridges, kickbacks on the floor, and squats, but I needed to lose the belly ASAP. I am now intermittently fast. What I'm about to discuss isn't recommended to anyone. I almost died. Water fasting. I thought, what could go right? I did all the research. Worst case scenario, I could revive myself. After many failed attempts, I made it to 21 days. The first 3 days are the hardest. Day 3 is hell on earth. Your tongue stays white and it's hard to brush off. ASMR and tasty videos were my best friends. They really helped solidify my love for food and cooking. I immensely enjoyed the feeling of my stomach eating itself, no lie. I was slightly bedridden, weak, and nauseous. I was the store errand runner, so snacks piled up. I made a little profit, drawers filled with all kinds of snacks, even in a deep freezer. Living in the party house had one perk. They were my motivation when it all ended. Shaking my head, I was going to gain all that water weight back. I wish I still had that journal. Everyone was just onlookers waiting for me to crash, and oh boy did I. I was finally getting my hair laid, which was rare, after playing in the backyard basketball, I believe. The heat of the Flatirons, the sitting and then standing for long periods of time. Down goes Frazier. I fell flat on my face outside of the bathroom near the top of the stairs. This occurred between 14 and 21 days of my fast. The lack of food to break down just made me gassy with no smell. I had ice water on me 24/7, especially when it came time for dinner. Nope, chewing ice, refill. My breathing also slowed. I wasn't planning on breaking my fast. I wanted to go another week, hit 30 days. Caretaker 1 finally feels bad and offered me a few crumbs of vanilla cake. Now you get a hot, eh? A drop of any substance besides water ends my fast. So hamburger helper with corn and hot sauce was for dinner. I indulged a bit and barfed later. I gave away all my snacks. I didn't have a taste for them. A month later, I regretted that. But it was all worth it to see my gorgeous collarbones. Senior year, people definitely noticed. I was still shaped like the letter P. Slowly but surely, my butt was coming in. Leave it to my mom to say, no matter what size, you are pleasingly plump. To this day, my weight fluctuates, and I've learned to love the skin I am in. People tell me I'm too humble. It's just body dysmorphia. Now, we can't discuss looks without discussing hair. My hair journey was even torture. As a child, I stayed looking my best. I love my thick curly hair in ponytails and one puff ball. As I got older, I learned I couldn't get certain hairstyles. I wanted a mohawk with braids on the sides and the middle flat-ironed. The end result was greasy. My sister put ponytails with barrettes in place. It was truly an iconic look. I get older and I beg my mom for a perm, just to finally be allowed at the community recreation center pool. We waited for a while, then they kicked us out. A lot of people just started jumping in the pool. I chose then to rebel. My perm and hair was done for. I got in a fight with a girl. I wasn't serious, but she ripped out my whole braid. Baby don't go bald worked wonders. Mind you, this was after I was forced to fight her sister, and I beat her up, even though I don't fight girls. It was revenge. By 7th grade, my hair was never done, just sitting on the top of my head. The middle became way shorter than the sides. So my side ponytails were struggling. They weren't even tight. No one taught me. A family full of hairstylists, though. Look at me now. Hairstyles be iconic. It's giving hang tone. No product, no brushing, nor combing. If I wasn't watering my plant, how did I expect it to grow or stay healthy? In high school, I had to beg to get it done. TM didn't put much effort in it either. Her friend's hair stayed bomb. This guy I had a crush on hound me like I don't talk to girls who track show. 9th grade, I hardly knew what a track was. My cousin who helped me escape the madhouse tried to help me out. Cheap prices to hook me up. I just had to find ways to buy the hair. Mighty hard when the only job you're allowed to do is watch other people's kids for free daily. Then there were the experimental ugly hairstyles Troublemaker worked hard on. I once left school and snuck back into my room, terrified I was going to get caught because my hair looked worse than usual, unhideable. My cousin helped me get a little hang time, a bit past my shoulders. So pre-prom I was natural with my struggle braids. My classmates all assumed I was bald-headed. I've now learned that the people I was around was doing everything to make and keep me ugly. By 2020, I had no choice but to go full natural after losing everything, thanks to Dirty Dan, including a patch in my head from a deep bite wound, plus a bald spot after a whole braid was ripped out of my head in the past. They love to pull hair, don't they? Another reason I value my solitude. This man. I am now obsessed with my healthy hair and curls, man-made or natural pattern, thanks to Shea Moisture products, wild growth oil, and onion peel juice. Thick, healthy nails too. I'm usually the wake, shake, and go kind of gal. When I want to style or color my hair, it's a long, arm-tiring process. The end results be worth it though, and I make them last a bit longer. Hearing comments like, you don't got no kitchen or B2Bs in the back, or when your hair is wet, it's so long, straight, and silky, even the hairdressers trying to yank it out, make me learn to value my crown more. Plus the expensive prices, rude gossipy hairstylists, dumb deposits, favoritism, etc. I couldn't do contacts or lashes. Eyes watered badly. Even an adult back then. Dirty Dan would do them, then rip them, my earrings, hair, or necklace off when mad. So in 2020, thanks to YouTube, I learned that, hair care, and so much more. After my era of hand-me-downs, I now dress how I feel. Shoe mode, cocky, tomboy, or dressy. Styling and profiling in my custom spiritual couture with my backpack. I'm not big on designer or trends. I just started getting into bold colors. Who knew people mad if you wear yellow? I guess it's an attention getter. It's been my favorite color since forever. One day I'm gonna get my yellow Hummer, claim it. In short, I am not knocking looks, but they are nothing without a bomb personality and a bonus smile. More custom-made Afrocentric couture. It's the artistry for me. Spreading autistic awareness and individuality. Bam! Bam! What's SpongeBob say? The gang's all here. It's the gang. Guys, but really quickly, I want to introduce you all to the gang. These are gifts my friends, my students, the kids gave to me, or stuff I gave to myself, etc. Sadly, Graduate Pikachu is keeping an eye on the car, so my baby can't be here. We have Big Vinny. That's my baby, Big Vinny. We got Nishipu. I met Nishipu already. We got Vanny. And we got Vini. So the names stand for a long term. We got Venezuela here. No, because I'm Vanquish. You know, and if I have kids, these are the exotic names. Nishi is short for Vanish. Vanish. Because people always get my name confused with Vanish. So I'm like Vanish. Vanny is short for Vantasia. I got called that one 2 times before. I'm like, okay. Different. And of course, Big Vinny is Vengeance. You know how many times people want to call me Vengeance? Like Vanquish. When it's just, it's a lot actually. So I gave it to our big baby here. My love and cuddle bug. Vengeance, Big Vinny. A little surprises. Oh, adorable. We have this heart up. There's a little bit on the front. I hear something inside. Oh, remember a little purple shark. Of course, I got one. Well, my tattoo's covered, but I got Wonder Woman tatted on me. This is my little mini Wonder Woman. We got Mulan. Great gifts. You know, leave some stress or something there. Oh, especially with this. It says, loves transit. I was an avid bus rider. I knew every route and when. I knew every route and when. How long my walk would take to get there from there. I knew it. Of course, in the Garden of Eden, we have Resnick. Oh, guys. This little fake coat I'm getting. Tea. Hold on. Sips tea. Let's fix her throat. Tea and clear that right up. And it's the first gang. Humble beginners. When I was working at Kalahari as a housekeeper, this is Starzan. You know, my baby losing his tattoos, but I had ink, baby. Baby inky. You see that third eye right there? Baby is inky like mommy. Okay. This is Poochie Poo, my little chihuahua. It's a gift from me, from a kid. We got it from Taco Bell. He used to make sounds. I'm kidding. So I pierced all my baby's ears. And when I pierced here, they're supposed to be folded like this. See, blink, because I got pierced ears. Did you see Star there? Oh, we got 60 minutes. You see Poochie Poo tatted too. Like, we gotta have a third eye. You see, you got a little gold chain. Poochie Poo's tatted. It's coming off. Poochie Poo's tatted. And of course, last but not least, Uni Baby twinning. It was a gift from a very smart girl. One of the children. She had little tattoos, but it was harder to keep them there. You know, no third eye needed. She got that unicorn horn. It's a wand, basically. But I really love her little self. She twins, photo op. Funny as hell. Oh my god. Crown me queen bee. Oh my god, this is a gift for my 24th birthday. I wore it and a couple gracefully paid for my whole birthday dinner at Applebee's. Shout out to them. They had a beautiful child. But they did. But so yeah, this is starting back. It's been a little time, but my birthday crown. We used to stay making birthday crowns at the preschool. You know, for real, take in that artistry, baby. I was 24, so, you know, shout out to Gianna, Kobe. At that time, my mom was passed, my uncle LC, and my grandma Eloise. Of course, it says 1997, 90s, baby. 11/10 birthday, Scorpion. It's my birthday, Scorpio. Shh, I'm hiding from negative people. Do you know how rare it is to have someone understand everyone and be so positive? Like extraterrestrial type. People become obsessed quickly, to put it humbly, with jealousy, competition, gossip, slander. To be quite frank, I'm sad about friends. If I need a backstabber, I talk to Jason. Cause when they try to leave, my heart be racing. Then I wait. I'm being impatient. I don't need a, cause hearts be breaking. Anyways, you get the point. I had to learn rather quickly that my presence is a gift. My energy should be cherished, or it's like, why am I even around you? Men that are friends with a lot of women are suspect to me. Potential prospect, just a bit too feminine, or sexual history, if not an ex. Ugh, don't get me started. They run their mouth like water, like holds no weight. And then they try to hit you with some friends with benefits, bud. They also find your friends and family attractive. And your friends want to sleep with your man just cause. Like, they being weird to me though. People base their friendships off looks. They either gotta look the best, be the smallest, or clout worthy. I am an extremely private person. If I open up to you, that means I think highly of you. Don't ever make me doubt that or you're dead to me. My big three are love, loyalty, and respect. Strangers enter my life trying to hinder my self-worth. Like, the catty dish jokes blow mine. Like, just say what you need to say. Like, say what you need to say. You feeling some type of way, just say that. Like, I mean, we're born in this world alone, and we're gonna go out that way. If you're not building me up physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, I don't need you. I had this friend group once, if we can even call them that. Old girl used to drag the other one name through the mud to her dude. I'm just sitting back listening like, jeez, I know shorty going in on me behind my back. Other girl called herself going in on my nice little studio college dorm / apartment when her pass around self still stayed in her mama attic. Old girl told me that. I didn't know nothing about these girls. I was too busy focused on my get out of town plan. Anywho, old girl was like hot in the pants, just like vulgar, like so much, like never told none of her business, none. Long story short, she pregnant. And I guess she lived with me or something all of a sudden. Never established it though. But she had hella little high schoolers over. Like, it's a college dorm. Barely supposed to have guests. She started switching up for these little kids. And I'm just like, turning against me. Because I had an attitude. All those people was there. I started talking to Satan herself. Yes, I said her. Let's talk about it. And will next. She called herself telling Satan and all her little people my business. I guess she brought them to jump me. Mind you, my behind somewhere else trying to play happy family with people who ain't give a damn about me. Satan goof ass chose to let them in after I specifically said not to, picked their side and left. Sick. It was a trick from God to stop me from creating my own 4-year hell of abuse and torment. That hell would later ruin my whole life and sever any connection I had. People would start telling me I'm too depressing and making fun of my life overall. It was a relief in a sense to me, the weight lifted off my shoulders. People add stress to my life. I'm in my head 24/7 overthinking everything I do. I can't be overthinking someone's loyalty to me. Imagining a million ways they can snake me. I had to build myself and my empire up from the ground. Shout out to Young Boy because I'm NBA. Multiple groups of people close to me have turned against me based on rumors from conniving, charming, bumhole narcs. Bumhole. You're British. Bumhole. I now get stalked and harassed by people from my past, trying to force me to forget their malicious intent, trying to force a connection based on faulty wiring. Another trio of girls call themselves befriending me while I'm working. Serving alcohol samples while they're buying the bottle, of course. Saying, oh, you're so pretty. I end up getting one of the girls' numbers and we bond over spirituality and being different. I don't text them for a week. I tell them about a Halloween party I'm invited to in their hometown. I was already nervous about making friends at work. She's like, well, I have to ask my people. When she was the lucky in the group. Everybody competing and comparing kids, who kids' hair less nappy and how they can't do their hair. I think they were Caucasian, maybe mixed or Latina with biracial kids. Worried about who can out-twerk the other. I saw boobs. Unintentionally, of course. Nip slips, no undies, bar fights. I value my peaceful life way too much. Long distance friendships don't work. I hate talking on the phone. I don't care. It's the only thing that gives me anxiety. Texting be small sentences. A couple hours later, if not a whole day, I done forgot the conversation. Compared to my paragraphs. Yeah, I'm really funny, but I'm really serious too. This could be boring to most. I don't turn up all the time, drink, smoke, or party. I don't really dress up or go out unless it's a special occasion or I'm feeling myself. I'm a tomboy at heart, so I don't really relate too much with the materialistic girl. Yet I've become so attractive, I can't just chill with the guys anymore. Not like it stopped them before, but it's worse now, if that makes sense. I now have the attention span of spoiled kids. My favorite little people, by the way. My friends were my students. Very platonic, all love, nothing weird. You have to say that now. People are sick. If I can live a Hannah Montana lifestyle, fame, and a normal life, humans would rather take you out the game than look up to you. This guy from after class seemed cool. We were a visa group, sat at the same table. He would just say small diss. They were completely ignorable. He once said I took all the attention. Heard that before. Nothing new. Flamboyance at its finest. Next year, new session. We both booked roles on a TV pilot. Mind you, he's a guy. I'm a girl. I was oblivious. He saw my name. Stalker March? Kidding. He used it as a way to get in. He was so mad I had one more scene than him. When he knew people on a project with bigger roles, he made me a fake nemesis whole time. Disrespected my big hair, telling me to put in a ponytail. It is now, that's not the point. Laughing at my crying scene when I use true life events. Act like I want his help on a scene we have to add. He felt he had more experience from his priority looking home video projects. I also received the character made perfect and just for me. My personality and look are just so unique. I block him. He keeps trying to approach me in class to make it seem like we beefing for clout. Every move I make, he's smacking his lips and rolling his eyes. It's been so overwhelming, I don't want to take session 3. I get it, the industry is competitive, and I am not. I can't stand the fakes, and I don't take this loyalty lightly. Like I said before, you can't be cool with people. That's cool with people you ain't cool with. In short, I crave authenticity and reciprocity, especially my own space, privacy, and freedom. guys haven't noticed, I have a very youthful appearance. So I tend to attract old men with kids my age or little boys, guys 21 and under. Ay, Jesus. In 2023, it's sad but true. Many people don't have love for themselves. If they did, they wouldn't stay in loveless relationships and flirt or ultimately cheat with other people. They say everyone has a soulmate, yet if the majority of the human race is being greedy with multiple lovers, will us true single people ever find the one? No, I am not judging anyone's lifestyle until those people try to come waste my time. I might be the last monogamous heterosexual woman on this planet. No, I don't want to join your polygamy. No, I don't want to be your mistress, nor sugar baby. We not about to play like we cousins or bro and sis when you're trying to bang. Like, dating is extremely difficult this day and age. No one is attachment free. Men tend to be mama's boys, have baby mamas, friends with exes, have plan B through Z woman lined up, or longing over an old flame. Then there's the homosexuals who use you for shelter, food, clothes, or money. Don't get me wrong, some will love bomb you to believe their lies. I grew up around a lot of men who were all unfaithful, even those I considered friends. I've heard of those scammer couples who send their partner out to swindle people out of money, gifts, even sanity. I'm terrified to lay next to a misogynistic man at night who hates me. Don't get me started on the macho man. Ooh, we wanna be a macho man. Who portray as alpha male but are secretly on the down low. Then there's the invincible man who think he can have any woman he wants despite hearing otherwise. They love forbidden fruit. No, I am not a man hater nor feminist. I am a realist with great morale. Now don't let my looks fool you. It looks like I'm having a lot of sex. Really, I'm just fucking stupid. I am currently a sapiosexual, well always been, and asexual. No one piques my interest except Polo G, that tall drink of muscular water, a younger Ralph Macchio, those Italian veins, or myself. Like if they was to clone me and get my BDE to his body, we'd be good. Especially with the word forcing everyone to be happy. Before it became a trend, I believed I was gay. Well, I wasn't attracted to women, just studs, which are masculine women who could pass as guys. I preferred touch-me-nots who used strap-ons and only performed oral on me. I was a pillow princess. It seems selfish, but the amount of sexual abuse I've experienced growing up from boys and men turned me off, even if I still consider myself straight. Since then, I've been celibate because I don't give a fuck. Well, after leaving a 4-year relationship with an abusive female who I wanted to be my Prince Charming, saving me from my wicked guardian. She was also a narcissist who was a well-known charmer. I stayed at first to prove everyone wrong, that it could work. Then I was trapped. If I left, Satan's wrath will ruin my life. This is someone you don't walk away from scot-free or unscathed. Who knew women were worse than men? Oh wait, me. I just had to be a hopeless romantic. In the beginning, it was a chance to rebel from people's expectations, experience the world, and learn so much more. She was knowledgeable somewhat, but what happens when a student exceeds the master rather quickly? A true Casanova, her male friends learn from her the game. She wasn't prepared for someone like me, a master detective. I stayed hacking her social media and phone, deleting and blocking millions of females from her messages and DMs, even though she was the initiator. Shorty got around. Once I caught wind of her promiscuity, the romance ended and we became roommates. She preferred older women, but just couldn't resist my naivety. Well, like an idiot, I put her name on my list. Yeah, I paid for everything, including her shoes, clothes, hair, sending Western Union money, Chime, Cash App, PayPal. She would flex it all on Facebook Live, fooling people. The first time it happened was winter, and Dirty Dan locked me out after a huge argument about the obvious, her actions. I needed air, so I walked to the indoor mailbox. A few minutes later, I'm banging on my own door. She opens it after a while and proceeds to belligerently stump and punch me. I was stunned. Didn't see that coming. I laid there crying and screaming. Mind you, this is a manly female, so she got the muscles and she pulling hair. Like, you don't know what's happening. She once fought her sister and ripped her car doors off the hinges and tore apart her windshield, just ripping her car up. Like, the old me would never. To me now, like, if you want to smoke now, I'm like, I've been on my J-Lo. Like, enough is enough. What's up? Nah. We ain't promoting violence. Now, none of my experiences are me playing victim. My actions led to my predicament. I just didn't like confrontation. Now I want all the smoke. No, but I laid there and took it from her, my caregivers, my guardian. The police would come multiple times, but I never wanted to be the reason a Black person was put in the system. Sometimes I would almost get fed up enough to complete a claim. This caught the attention of a great domestic violence detective who really wanted to help me out. I tried going to friends, even blood donors for help. They quickly disowned me and took my situation as a joke. Years later, they would welcome another family member and her girlfriend with open arms, despite them being a lesbian version of Blueface and Krishan. I really wanted out. They was gonna let this maniac kill me. When the attacks happened, she went for my face, hair, and neck. Physical beauty. Satan loved to bite. She won't suck her teeth into my brain, through my hair, and the bone inside my hand. I toughened it out with a Band-Aid. Y'all know I hate hospitals. Or was I just conditioned that way? She was especially antsy when sober. Would start an argument to release her aggression onto me while working on her next target. Gone days, weeks, months, wherever the money resides. Now, I'm not a complete wuss. I knew why she did it. She had chronic abdominal pain. We were checked into hospitals monthly. She even put herself in a mental hospital. I saw a side of her others didn't. We connected over sexual abuse in our childhood. And I knew she had it harder than me in a world that didn't accept her. I just couldn't fight someone I claimed to love. She would do it sometimes to try to force me to hit her. I knew I had Stockholm Syndrome when she gave me my first black eye and then consoled me. I've never felt a crazier pain. It was excruciating. Felt like my eye was coming out of its socket. SpongeBob made it seem less painful. Well, the second eye was. She always had friends who sat back, watched, and did nothing. She loved to expose my body, portray me as the harlot. She would rip my shirt and bra strap, then stab me in the throat with a metal broomstick. Another time, she ripped my apartment door off the hinges. Beast. While I was in the shower, I rushed out with only underwear. I end up on my knees in a fetal position while she wails on me. Aww. A mansion-style apartment complex filled with people. No one helped. I was just crying and screaming. This incident would help my case a year later involving a restraining order and freedom. Before that, her friend who watched let her kick me out his car in the code on the east side. I walked to downtown, got in an argument with a hobo about how I wasn't a streetwalker. I cried to the bus driver, looked horrible, had nothing on me. Weirdos talking to me, I almost got snatched. Wouldn't be the last time. They pop up, follow me down stupid long streets, all the way on the other side of town, on the Upper West Side. She forces me to let her in to grab her things. I used to be way too nice. I got this guy's number once. Then he randomly calls. Months later, she answers. He tell her he hit, and I'm just like, when, Sway? I have zero free time. She once turned a whole campus against me. Little Cedar Point housing complex. The one place I would go to for refuge during the summer. Imagine trying to focus on your college studies and graduate through all this toxicity. Dirty Dan. Or Satan had a way with words. She always knew what to say to keep me codependent and alone. Let this be a lesson. Never tell all your strengths or weaknesses to a stranger. Shorty turned the whole city against me. The greatest con artist of all time. willing to do or say anything to get what she wants. The landlord of the mansion blamed me, cussed me out, and kicked me out. So I was forced to stay with Satan at a relative's. This was the start of COVID, so I was stuck until the school helped out with housing. I think it runs in the family. Like, her cousin had 2 dudes a day, every day, and neglected her kids. I wanted to call CPS so bad. The big bad wolf couldn't handle somebody her own size and let one of her cousins do rob our most expensive shoes and clothes. I used my COVID relief money to take a mini vacation at a nice hotel with her. In another incident, she told me that her cousin let another dude rob her while I was away. Before ripping my hair, punching me, and choking me in front of her cousin, who had a weird interest in her and hated me, she was amping it up in front of her kids. Dirty Dan hacked my email telling them I didn't need the housing. Then they kicked me out in my pajama shorts, winter coat, and winter boots. Throwing out all my belongings, I'll talk about 3 big totes full of clothes, multiple bags, a CSU laptop. Then they lied to the landlord about having it. I used to be on my bougie bitch. I'm a minimalist now. Like, I gotta be like a tomboy, no nails, nothing, you know. Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready, P's and Q's and all. And when it's time to hit the jets, I'm up through. When you rebel, you start a war, and I want all the heat. Sadly, all my furniture, decor, dishes, etc., I had to give away or leave behind. People will honk and holler at me until a nice woman put me in her warm car. She got me an Uber to a battered woman's homeless shelter. Dirty Dan's mom used to offer me help and then express how much she didn't want me there. I asked her for help, she declined. The same woman who asked her daughter to use my home to cheat. I'm saying, when I finish writing that tell-all book, everybody going down. I know too much. Respectfully. So I had to give away almost 70% of my belongings to even stay at the shelter. I felt encaged. Everything was scheduled. You had a curfew. And that was a target because my stay there was temporary and I stood out like a sore thumb. It wasn't too bad. I was humbled, met some interesting women, and learned a lot about life. I focused on my finals and last assignments. CSU helped so much. The hotspot lasted for 2 years and I was able to borrow the laptop for that long too. Satan broke my phone, so I remained crafty. She got me addicted to marijuana and black amounts, tobacco, to cope with pain in the past. Now I can't stand the smell of tobacco or the taste, and smoking brings my high down. You know, I'm high off life, so it's like a reverse effect. Meditation is my medication. I cried to so many people because unlike other situations, I really direly wanted out and no one cared. What ignited the flame for my Tina Turner showdown against Ike, you might ask? Well, I overheard her explaining why she stayed to a friend. In short, she said I was smart and going places. She knew my overall destiny. She would compare me to Anna, who was treated like scum of the earth by her boyfriend until she discovered her worth. She would later become a very successful world-renowned model and spy. Oops, spoiler. Dirty Dan kept me in the house all the time. That I didn't mind, loner. So I didn't fully know how she got down. Until one night. The housing from the school was temporary and my hometown was dead to me. So I needed a fresh start. I planned on saving money while working/living at CP. She went out one night. I later decided I would go too. Satan was acting brand new. Her friend recommended me 2 shots of very hard liquor. I've always been a lightweight. Clubs and alcohol depressed me, so I left. She moved out our room and I didn't want to be there alone, so I laid on a picnic table. This alerted campus security. News travels fast. Next thing I know, I'm getting dragged in my room and yelled at by her. I'm just crying, throwing up, not feeling good. She takes some things out my purse, then leaves. I passed out in a pool of my own vomit. During her move, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, having panic attacks, breakdowns in front of everybody. Some broad had the nerve to drag my cover across campus. I told her get her lap dogs because she was going to get ate up. She once convinced me to do shrooms with her and her friends. It was an interesting trip. The world looked beautiful until Her friend couple get into an argument. Next thing I know, dude just started beating on shorty. Blood everywhere. She peed on herself. It's a whole park full of kids. I think it was like a soccer team or something. They just watching, and it was crazy. And I just fast. I'm crying. I'm like, damn, like, cause I feel hurt. Like, I could relate, but I couldn't do nothing. And the whole night, I'm trying to help this girl, and she going crazy, and nobody was trying to help her. They mad at me for trying to help her. It was just too much. That's the thing. I can take my own. I can't see it from other people. I can't. I'm gonna have to stop that. Like, I can't. She would later get in a fight with this same girl about her dude. Suspicious, I ain't in it. I don't know what they doing over there, but her other curious friend, who played like she was mine, was rubbing on me, and I turned down her advances. Later that night, she twerking and grinding on Satan. I black out and I push Dirty Dan on everybody on that dance floor. She licked her fingers to wipe off everybody's shoes. She let her please everybody else. Charming. More like kiss ass. She fake chased after me. Her friend couple followed me to the back. I walk away and go sit at the bar. A random dude rubbed my leg. Then some stud say something like, she'll let you. I walk away teed. I get in Satan's face again, going off. I don't take disrespect from men lightly. And it was her job to protect me from that happening. If a dude try to lay hands on me, I will kill him. She get me out the club. I smile. It's what I wanted. She was kicked out for lighting an incense in the dorm. After she loved by me and used her PUA money to buy us matching shoes, too, and me one outfit for the first time ever, she would quickly run out of that money and eventually hold my items hostage, then resell them. Truly vile. I felt indebted to help, so I spent my last paycheck on a motel room for about 2 to 3 weeks while applying for apartments, plus me and her jobs. I always did her applications to get her great restaurant jobs, even created her resume. She loved walking out and quitting. I switch jobs often too, but it's for more experience, and I can't stand a toxic work environment. I even did her mom's once. No gratitude there. Coincidentally, we met at work, a temp job I was working during the school year. I really liked the job, but it got awkward with us both working there, so one of us had to walk away. I would walk right into my new job of house slave. When it all came crumbling down, she got my niece to turn against me and get us kicked out of the hotel. I end up in her girlfriend's car. Long story short, they schemed to leave me outside. I get off work from my new job, still waiting for housing to go through. I'm texting my niece at 3 p.m. It just stops. Messages saying delivered for 24 hours. Everybody playing dumb. I'm blowing everybody's phone up. I used to sit outside all day until the car was available. I had nowhere to go. The motel I used to sit by was unlocked and self-service. I snuck in before the doors locked at 2 a.m. Hid under the abandoned desk, cried myself to sleep, awake, repeat. I called Satan for the last time just to hear her say, I told you so, you shouldn't have kicked me out. It was the final straw. As soon as daylight hit, I rushed out, caught the bus to my new job's housing complex. I sat in the lounging area for 2 to 3 hours waiting for management to open and me to get my key. After being homeless for 3 weeks, not including a month at her cousin's house, or the week and a half at the shelter. The messed up part about it is, despite my blood dogging me like I'm a stranger in front of her girlfriend daily, when I came up, I still blessed them. During the case, she pleaded insanity, and I finally spoke up. I am now beyond scared straight, single, and don't want to mingle. I tried getting back out there with this guy I thought was cool. My fake gave me seduced them, and then he ditched her, so watching that desperado act, I was turned off and over both of them. That's why me so solo dolo, hey, me stay solo dolo. Now I'm cold as that motel floor. If you ain't struggle with me then, don't expect to prosper with me now. And that's that on that, period. To quote a quote from my favorite tearjerker movie, Passion of the Christ, she was wounded for our transgressions, crushed for our iniquities. By her wounds, we are healed.